Greg, how about a pure storage? Would you like to give us an example? Once again, you all are striped across these various components and agencies and departments. Give us a great
Yeah,
example, a juicy example. We got one where we're dying for another one.
yeah. So we do a lot with HHS, and we're great for their partnership because you talk about a lot of data. HHS generates more data than I,
Makes my
I,
head
I
spin
would
just thinking about it.
I would argue, they're right up there with the DoE with the amount of data. So managing that at scale, we talked about cloud adoption and being able to have visibility. I think that's the biggest thing is once we talking about doing more with less, we talk about things like integrating AI, especially when it comes to research. We start to have these challenges, like you mentioned, data silos. Well, we have to consolidate. Well, okay, yeah, you can consolidate, but did you consolidate the right way? Did we move to a platform that gives me visibility? So one thing we've done, HHS, is as they moved out of, using AI as search, moving into reasoning and having better, extensibility with these tool sets, they're really realizing that, AI as a tool is not necessarily the skill. So enhancing clinicians' capabilities, enhancing researchers' capabilities by having a completely integrated data plane so that we're taking, I talk about research, the term we use is faster time to science, right? So we don't have, really smart folks waiting around for something to process. We're getting more iterations, more capabilities with data sets, and more consistent sharing all the way across. So when I think about, the capabilities of what we've done just from a data consolidation lens, and now we can have conversations of, okay, now what's next? Can we have a conversation about the predictability of cost, of where this data wants to reside? So it's a very interesting time if we start getting out of the traditional storage lens of, okay, yep, I have boxes here and I have boxes here and I have some virtual boxes out in the cloud. I now can look holistically as a cloud operating model, and now my data is king. Even going to things like we've talked about zero trust in the past. We always joke and say it should have been called, data centric architecture, because it's really all about data. And that's one thing that we've helped our customers realize is once we get out of that lens of traditional infrastructure management, more focused on data, if we can give them that experience of invisible infrastructure, like the cloud, right? The data can now have the same value and same pertinence no matter where it is in its life cycle.